Good morning and welcome back to it, guys. Your Friday edition of the Now Morning Show has been delicious, and now it's getting even more interesting, as I'd like to introduce to you a 9-year-old author whose book is called The Drummer Boy. Let me introduce you to Mr. Aidan Stowe, the co-author, actually, as he's authored this one alongside Mommy Natasha Stowe, who both join us on the Now Morning Show. Good morning, Aidan.
Good morning.
Good morning, Natasha.
Good morning. Thank you for having us.
And absolutely like, because when we have young authors, it is a lot that we can explore. But I have to start with the man of the moment, because at 9 years old, you have penned a book. How do you feel about drumming?
Fantastic.
Now, do you actually drum, you know?
Yeah.
Ah, so is that the reason that you decided to write about that? Could you give me without telling the whole book, a little bit of a summary of what the book is about?
So when I was at home, I heard a fire, but I saw it and when I saw the fire, I decided to drum. And I got the elephants to move the log towards the water and get more water to go towards the fire to out it.
Oh, wow. Now that means, Mommy, there was a bit of leaning there where drumming was used to send messages, I imagine. Did you actually or intentionally sit down and say, I'm going to inspire my son to write a book, or did this happen on its own?
It happened more on its own. It started off when we did a lot of bedtime stories. And it was just a lazy night. I didn't want to get up to get another book. So we decided to try to create a story of our own. And from there, it evolved. His dad had taped us and, you know, it sounded good, and we decided we wanted to share it because children need to be encouraged from early. And because he had a love of reading and the love of drumming and storytelling, we decided to marry that a bit and try so that he could see what the process is like and experience it.
Oh, very well. The drummer boy becomes an author and is immediately taking me to the place. Even when I asked Aidan to describe the book, he put himself in there immediately.
Yes.
So I wonder, is it something that you want to do in the future again? Do you think you want to create another book, Aidan?
Yeah.
More stories to tell.
Yeah.
Now, drumming allows us to tell stories as well, but storytelling or writing the book is the same thing. So if you had to pick one, could you? Which do you like more or enjoy doing more?
Drumming.
Drumming?
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about your drumming. What type of drum do you play?
I play a set and also djembe drums.
Ah. And how old were you when you first started drumming?
About 3 years old.
So, Mommy, you've always had him very active and involved. That helped to develop his imagination, you think? Or-
It surely did. And I'd say he was probably drumming from in the womb.
I'll take your word for it. And in that case, I'm glad that he's come out to share the information with the world. But tell me about the process, because while it may have been easy for him with his imagination, I know authoring or penning a book is not easy.
It is not.
Talk me through the process.
All right, so that process was a bit tedious. We put it down a few times. It took us a total of about 2 years to get it here. It started with the story. We put it on paper, read it aloud, because sometimes reading something in your mind and hearing it aloud is two different things. So we read it aloud to a couple close family, helped tweak it, and then we decided to self-publish.
Right.
But we had to get the pictures. So I would have done the drawings, and Aidan would have helped me in terms of what he wanted to capture.
I imagine.
And then we had the illustrator, Melissa Winter. She would have put the stuff onto the computer and designed the book as well for us,
So I'm going to back up a little bit, Mom, because you said you did the drawings as in initial sketches and that.
Yes,
Hey,
yes.
look at you.
Try my hand at a little sound.
Well, I asked that because we talked about, you admitted that the self-publishing is difficult. I'm not sure if many of our viewers understand the difference, because going to a publisher versus self-publishing, what was the process like? Was it done locally at all?
Locally. Everything was done locally, because I also tried to promote our local culture and everything like that. It's proud to say we published in Trinidad and Tobago. The thing about it is, I think the hardest thing about publishing any version is our own image fear. We think we can't do something, or maybe it'll be too much, too costly, but that's just the biggest obstacle we have to overcome. It doesn't matter. There's a publisher for everybody. You just have to find it, you know.
And
So,
clearly you did, because now at 9 years old, Aidan is an author. Now, Aidan, you've given me a little insight as to what the book is about already, but I'm wondering, in terms of a favorite part or a particularly enjoyable part of the story, is there anything in particular in the story that stands out to you most, Aidan? Would you like to read it for me?
Yeah.
I thought so. Now, while he finds his favorite part, Mommy, tell us where we can find the Drummer Boy.
so we're not yet in bookstores, but you all can contact me directly at 749-8407, and we would arrange with you to get it.
You know, again, 749-8407. And as he has the pages open, the author himself, Aidan Stowe, is going to give us a little bit of a reading from his book, The Drummer Boy. Take it away, Aidan.
There was a big fire nearby one day. It threatened to destroy the entire village. All the people were running and screaming. They did not know what to do. The drummer boy lived a short distance away from everyone, but he heard the commotion and came out to see what was happening. He never heard such loud screams before. Then he saw the fire. He immediately thought of how much he loved drumming to the sound and flow of the river, the birds that sang while he played, and the animals that gathered around. The fire could destroy all of that. As he looked on, the smoke was getting thicker and thicker. The flames looked so bright, and the crackling noises were scary. He was terrified when he saw what was happening. The fire was getting closer and spreading out much wider. He was thinking, oh my goodness, what do I do? I don't want to see my home destroyed. By this time, some of the villagers were trying to get the elephants to block the path of the bigger river with a massive log to divert the water towards the village. Everyone was hoping that would wash away the huge flames.
And in that case, I'm going to stop you, Aidan, only because I want people to make sure that they pick up a copy without getting the whole story. I say thank you very much for putting your words onto paper. Thank you, Mommy, for creating the space for him to feel safe to do so.
Yes.
And thank you for sharing your numbers, because we do need to use the number to get yourself a copy of The Drummer Boy. It isn't in bookstores just yet, but Aidan Stowe and Natasha Stowe have put pen to paper, so you can get your hands on a copy by calling 749-8407.
He also has a Facebook page, Storytime with Aidan, and a YouTube channel, same name, so that you can reach out and also see some of his stories you would have read and videos he would have dramatized.
And on that note, guys, we are wrapping things up here on the Now Morning Show with me, Aidan, and Natasha. Stick around, we've got more entertainment right here on TTT. Thank you.